These two guys have taken away my last 5 championship rings I could have if it wasn't for these two guys. Michael Jordan, this guy caused me a lot of nights without sleep, gave me a lot of nightmares. It's amazing what he has done to accentuate his career this year. 38-3 after 2 years of trying to hit the curveball. He's having an incredible year, leading the league in scoring, one of the best players of all time.
And Olajuwon.
Well, Olajuwon, this guy has eliminated us
the last 2 years as a member of the Phoenix Suns, and this guy is starting to get the respect that he deserves. He has won 2 back-to-back championships now, and
the way he played last year in the playoffs,
he's starting to get the respect as one of the greatest centers of all time.
Well, this sounds absolutely absurd in a night of ridiculous statements. But we've got in Clyde Drexler and Scottie Pippen, 2 guys, I guess you describe them as complementary players?
I don't think you can describe them as complementary players, Vern. These guys are Hall of Fame players in their own right. Scottie Pippen is the best passing, best defensive forward in the game of basketball, averaging 21 points a game, and he's shooting 44% from the three-point line. Clyde Drexler, on the other hand, is very similar, very versatile player. Scores 20 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, leads all guards in the NBA in rebounding. These two guys would be the main man on most NBA teams.
Salvatore, Bruce Alexander, and Jim Clark. Salvatore will throw it up.
It's right there between Horry and Pippen. Pippen is much better at doing the pump fake, getting to the hole. Horry is probably a better three-point shooter than Pippen, although Pippen's shooting 44% on the year. Horry doesn't have as much ability to create his own shot as Scottie Pippen.
These two teams met January 3rd in Chicago. It was a horrid night for Houston. 1 of 15 in the second quarter. Jordan gets the first 2 of the night. It's 2-0 with the rebound. Dennis Rodman off a 20-rebound game against Phoenix on Sunday. Jordan in and out. Put back by Pippen is good. We're tied at 4. Here's Drexler. Harper on Clyde Drexler now. Clyde takes the shot. 6-0 at the other end. Ron Harper. And that ends this morning. They really don't want Cassell starting. They want his energy off the bench.
That's for 3.
They'll live and die with Houston shooting threes.
Entry pass, Pippen to Ron Harper, short with a shot. At the other end is Drexler from Horry. 15-11.
Good look. Clyde look size on the inside, which is what Houston wants them to do, so they're not posting up Jordan.
Come on, Rip. Oh, the tip is good. Scottie Pippen gets 2
3-pointers. And again, that's what Houston would like to see.
Underneath, got it.
You know, Vern, to start the game, they were coming quick on Olajuwon. The last 2 times he's caught the ball in the low post, he is beating the double team. They're coming way too late. They're on their way down there, but Olajuwon's just going away from it or beating the double teams.
Settle down. Pippen finds Kukoc, who spots up for 3. Yes.
Well, Kukoc may be the hot hand. He was yelling in the corner for the ball.
Clyde Drexler, guarded by Pippen. Here's Olajuwon. Pippen comes to the double team. Olajuwon, the follow by Clyde Drexler.
You know, that's when Houston's playing good. That's what they do. Sometimes they have a tendency to stand out on the perimeter and watch Akeem play one-on-one and beg for the 3-point shot. That time, Drexler drove in, saw Akeem shooting.
Folded down, got the tip.
Clyde Drexler with 13 points sparks Houston to a 6-point lead when they are leading at the end of 1 this season. The Houston Rockets are 20-1.
Shots already. They're on pace to shoot 40 3-pointers, and that's right up Houston's alley if they can continue to do that.
Scottie Pippen takes it all the way and lays it in, posts him up. There's the fadeaway. 2 for 10. Kukoc finds Scrum. And Pippen, who's hitting 45% from 3-point range, gets that one.
You know, Scottie, it's hard for him to improve his game. He's been a dream teamer and a perennial all-star, but that's one aspect of his game that has really elevated this year and helped Chicago get off this great start as his 3-point shooting.
Olajuwon goes baseline. Back to Pippen, shot clock at 10, empty pass. Jason Cappy, who's out. Steve Kerr, yes.
That is a horrible mistake. The guy that led the 3-point shooters in the NBA last year, he's second in the league this year, shooting 50%. Those are situations right there. When you are struggling, you have to have more to your game. That's why Jordan and Pippen and Drexler are so good. They have that element in their game to create other kinds of shots. And Robert Horry, I'm not sure has that, or I haven't seen it lately in his game.
Cassell a little out of control, but he puts it in.
That's Sam's game. Everybody else was looking for a timeout. Sam decided to take it 1-on-3 and go all the way coast to coast.
Here's Kerr to Cappy. Steve Kerr. Nope. Jordan with a good position and putback.
Well, you don't want to give Michael those kind of shots, Vern, because that might just get him going.
Crowd getting a little restless.
Shoot it after he comes back out.
Laurie is 0 for 6 from three-point range. Drexler works hard, gets the basket, and will shoot a free throw. Michael Jordan picks up the foul. You were relating a story that I think is really interesting. When Michael Jordan was drafted back in 1985, with the third pick in the draft, Portland picked ahead of Chicago and didn't pick him.
Right, they picked because they already had Clyde Drexler and Jim Paxson at the time, and Clyde has always lived in the shadow of Michael since then. There's been a lot of pressure on Clyde to be Michael Jordan. Clyde in his own right is a Hall of Fame player, a tremendous career, an NBA champion, but he's not Michael Jordan, and that's no slap in the face, but he's always lived in the shadow of Michael.
Michael Jordan 3 for 13 and 9 points at the half. Scottie Pippen.
It's too hard to guard, Vern. When he's hitting those threes, he's too hard to guard. Houston needs to get more offense out of somebody other than Drexler and Olajuwon. 34 of their points out of their 44 those guys have created. They need some performance out of Cassell and Ori.
Jordan back to Kukoc off the steal. Now along the baseline, guarded by Cassell. Longley's the open man. Michael does the finger roll instead. Well, if you're not hitting from outside, scoring leaders look at the bench scoring for Chicago.
Well, that's been the whole key to the game. You know, they have a 10-point lead, Chicago does, and Michael Jordan shooting 4 for 14. Had a miserable shooting first half, but Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc came in, picked up the slack for Michael Jordan, and even on a night where he's struggling, they have a 10-point lead in a tough arena to play in Houston.
Here's Pippen now, guarded by Robert Ori. Hustles in, takes the jumper, no. The tip, no good, and the second tip by Jordan goes in. So 1 for 3 to open this half.
See, that's why Michael is Michael. He's struggling. He finds other ways to score.
Starting 5, and here's the steal by Harper. Drexler chases him down. Whoa.
Ron Harper.
You know, Ron Harper has really fit into his role.
Here's Pippen. Stripped to the ball. Rodman chases it down. 2 on the shot clock. From the corner. Oh, a dagger.
Oh, that is a killer. Excellent defense by Houston to create something.
Olajuwon, 2 more. He's got 20. Here's Pippen. Playing bumper pool with Chucky Brown. Longley rejected by Olajuwon. Drexler from Rakasner back to Chucky Brown. Picked off by Scottie Pippen. He averages 1.87 steals per game.
Well, that was excellent anticipation by Scottie there, but that was a bad play by Chucky Brown in transition.
Pippen, yes!
Scottie Pippen.
And that puts the plug in the 9-0 run. Stolen by Jordan. 13 turnovers for Houston. Pippen with the jumper, got it.
Well, it was all set up by the defense by the goaltender standing in under the rim when he gets by Drexler.
Oh, my goodness! Where was the trampoline hidden under the floor?
Well, and he got fouled on it. That's amazing that he can do that and get pushed underneath. But Michael is finding ways to keep his team in the game and finding ways to score.
They put Pippen on Sam Cassell. Olajuwon calls for it. Longley overplays him. Now the double comes from Scottie Pippen and into the hands of Jordan. Michael all the way up and almost in.
That was a good foul by Clyde. You can't let Michael get going by getting an easy basket transition.
Out Drexler goes baseline. Got it.
Oh, boy. He has done a number on Michael in the low post tonight.
Clyde Drexler, 10 of 16, 23 points. Pippen from way outside.
Oh, big shot. Big shot. He had no intentions of giving the ball to anybody else. That was a sign of a superstar right there. I'm going to take the shot. when it counts.
And then he almost gets the steal on Sam Cassell.
Good cut by Cassell, though, and another beautiful pass. But Clyde's done this to Michael Jordan all night tonight. He's taken him in the low post, created things for his teammates, got the easy backdoor basket there. They want Pippen guarding Clyde in the low post if they can, but he's defending Cassell because Cassell had the hot hand to begin the fourth quarter.
Olajuwon over Longley.
You know, Chicago got such good play in the first half. Tony Kukoc and Steve Kerr. That was the difference in the first half. In the second half, Scottie Pippen took the game over. Hit a couple big threes when they made a run. Houston made a good run with Drexler and Olajuwon having excellent performances. They just didn't get enough out of the supporting cast of the Rockets.
Kukoc gets one more. He's got 16 tonight, and Kerr has 17. 10 seconds to go in this one. The Bulls win it 39-3. They also win at the Summit for the first time since 1987. And Clyde Drexler and Michael Jordan, two warriors. Respectful of each other. Final 98-87 here. Bulls win it. They're 39-3. For Craig Sager and Danny Ainge, I'm Vern Lundquist saying good night from Houston.